Hey, this is my submission for the Wear Test Challenge Create Briefs Enhancements. This challenge had quite a lot of requirements, so I'm just gonna go through them right now and show you what I did. I'm gonna show the live app from Heroku, so I also added that link in my submission. So let's just go. We have to add the progress bar to display what step the user is on. And on the step 2 we have to replace the inputs, the text inputs with date picker and ensure it worked properly. Let's just show these two requirements first. So let's just log in as brand. We can see where tests here. Let me just show first that this is still locked like it should be. You cannot, this doesn't work before you don't enter a title or choose an existing one. We see we don't have an upload image link here, and this doesn't work also. So let's just choose one test so we don't have to create a new one. So yeah, we can see this is the first requirement. We can navigate around. We can also navigate with this button. Oh, sorry, I don't see it with the button, with the next button down here. Yeah, that's it. And we can see this navigation. So for the dates, we had to create a date picker. So this is a date picker. It works in proper format, I think, like it should. We can see that this gets filled here like it should, so this is working. And also when we are clicking away, this is already synchronized with the API. So if we would go search this Wear Test, we would see it was we had two with the same name, but this bottom one before didn't have the dates. Now it has them, so this is working properly. So let's just go next for the next requirement. On step 3, we don't have an image loader yet, but we had to create that. We had to add an input field where we can post a link to an image, and that image is rendered in the preview. Basically, we see we don't have any image here. I have some image here. Let's say we want to do this, and this shoe gets here instantly. So we can also see these buttons are here, which weren't here before because they were disabled, but now we're editing existing Wear Test. These buttons are of course here. Let's just search, for example, for a night brand, and this one is a little too big. Let's just take this, for example, upload it here, and we can see we have this rendered nicely. We can also go out now, and we can see that that this test will have these images included here. We can see they are also rendered in 5 and 6 step, like that's required on the requirement 10. So that's for the images. We can also add this one. It also works. So let's just go next. Now these are the requirements. We can see here are the static pages. I also, sorry that I skip around, but I also changed some styling because it wasn't matched perfectly. So these fields were resized a bit, and I added this question mark logo. Yeah, this question mark. I don't know that this top doesn't work, but yeah, it does. Okay. And I also clean up HTML a little bit. Okay, let's go to the next, to the fourth step. So on the step number 4, we had to map the frequency of activity logs, the performance zone, and product wear and tear to appropriate object in the schema. We also had to create, okay, I'm gonna leave that for later, but let's just see. When we click this, we see we have some settings. I wasn't sure if this button is actually only for cosmetic reasons, or it actually should be enabled if we have this chosen already. So for now, it's just here for let's say styling purposes, because if we choose these, and let's say we choose this and go back to the, let's go back to our test now, editing, and we can see these aren't clicked, but if we want to check what we chosen, this is of course mapped to the schema and it works, but I didn't create this, let's say, auto check, because I thought it makes sense like this, because you want to see or check after you click on it, and if you don't want to see it, you can still like hide it in the view. So yeah, this works. And these are step numbers 4, 5, and 6. And step number 7 is the survey, which displays all the survey of a brand, or if it's public. And we are displaying in the module, and then after we select some survey, we are getting the checkbox to write them to the product survey schema postdoc subdoc, sorry. So let's just see, we get these buttons, and we have add existing schema, and these are our existing schemas. We can choose, and this is actually directly inputted in the API. So if we press close or save, both will save our schemas. Just let me check. I hope I have this right here. Yeah, we can see now the product service schema is added 3 schemas. Hopefully I'm looking for the right one. Let's just go back and now edit this one. We can see these are already checked, so these surveys exist in the specific word test. We can also remove it. We can add another. Just let me check. I'm not sure if I'm having the right ID. Okay, sorry, this isn't the right ID. Just let me check that we'll see that this works fine. It's this one, I believe. Yeah, we have 2 schemas here, and if we remove one and refresh the API, we see that there's only 1 survey left. And let's say we remove this one also, and we see there's no service currently, and we can, for example, let's add 4 now and refresh, and we have 4 surveys in the API. So this service works like intended. Hopefully I created a right type of schema. It has survey ID and survey name, like it was specified in the registration details. I didn't know what is that, what is it called, some sort of date. I didn't know what the trigger date is, so I left it empty for now, but it's really simple to add it, so I didn't put much details into that. So that are all requirements. Let's just go to the code real quickly. I made few existing changes, like added styling needed, for example, for buttons of the date picker and stuff like that. I of course had to create changes in the where test item where I had to include new steps and stuff like that. I added bootstrap date picker and modal. These are parts of Angular JS bootstrap module, or how would you say, which are doing the modal pop-up and the date picker stuff. Also added some bootstrap date picker styling. Added code in the controller to control these new functions and features. Also added some new files like images and new partial. This is probably the interesting thing. I added partials because this where test item became really huge, and I left it for now. I didn't remove the first 3 steps out of it. We could easily make that also, so we can get this where test item clean, but I didn't want to change so much of code base, so I just created for the new steps. I created includes, and I created partials for them, so it's really clean. We have step 4, step 5, step 6, and we just include them here, because otherwise this file would get really huge. And yeah, that is basically it for this challenge. Hopefully all the requirements were met properly.